What's going on, friends? My name is Darrick. I'm with Remax Homes and Estates Lipman Group here in the greater Nashville area, but I live in Lebanon, so I thought it would be fun to do a Lebanon market report for the month of April. So this is just going to be for Lebanon because real estate is so hyper local, right? Like even if when we talk about Nashville as a whole, isn't the same as even talking about like Wilson County or now in this case, we're going to talk about just Lebanon because it's very different, right? Things, even in Wilson County, depending on where you live in the county, things can be very different because real estate's so local. So I like to do a very local report. So I'm going to do one here for Lebanon because that's where I live. That's where my wife and I are buying our house currently. It's where we sold a house currently. So we're getting into this and we're doing the thing. And I'm going to start recording on my iPad over here and then I'll switch it over and we will look at the report together. So we'll go through this chart and it's going to show us some background as well. You'll see some charts here from I think I have it for 3 years back, just so we can see some data here. Average sales price right now as of April in Lebanon is $472,150. That's the average sales price. Obviously, we can switch that to the median. It doesn't change too much, $428,125. It's still on that, over $400,000 range. I'm gonna stick with averages because I like this. So, and that's up 11% from last year. Or from last month, I'm so sorry. February here, March is in the middle. There we go. And then there's April. Obviously steady increase for the last, since 2019, clearly. New listings. This is going to be interesting, so pay attention to this. So we got down listings in April. We had 111 listings. And because we know, supply and demand, when the listings are low, generally we'll start seeing prices increase, which is kind of what we're seeing here. That's why we're seeing this little bit of an uptick here in April because the listings are down. There's not as many houses for sale, which means prices are going to go up a little bit. And you'll see this here, homes for sale. Now this is on a month lag. So in March, we had 190 homes for sale in Lebanon. Pending sales here, this is not lagging. So this will show that we have 137 pending sales at the end of April. So those are homes that are under contract that are getting ready. And then we sold 109 last month. So 109, and that's down 27.8. And I think that has a big thing to do with the amount of homes that are actually being, when there's not as many homes for sale, you're not going to sell as many. So when you have an up month, you see it up. When you have a down month, it goes down. That all correlates. That seems to be accurate. Here, days on market. This is a really interesting one. Obviously, we haven't seen days on market over 10 since October 2020. Obviously, kind of the beginning of the pandemic area. We've been under 5 days on market since then. Right now, we are currently at 3 days on market. That's the median. The average here, we are going to go up. The average is always going to see them a little bit higher. So on average, we're seeing a 16-day on market here in Lebanon, which is increasing. What you want to see. You want to see it becoming a little bit more normal as more homes come for sale. You want to see that number kind of increasing just to come back to a regular, not such crazy market, which is great. And I think that's important. Here's an issue here, though. We got a month supply of only 1.1 month, which has obviously been on a steady decline since May of 2020, beginning of the pandemic. We just don't have a lot of homes that are for sale. So that means prices are still going to stay high. Moving forward, let's go over here to price per square foot. This is going to kind of mimic, obviously, sales price. Here in Lebanon, we have an average sales price of $218 a square foot. In April, obviously up from the time from 212, we're up 23.9%, which is quite a huge jump there. And then dollar volume, we sold 50 million in homes in Lebanon this past month. So that's a good kind of snapshot of your market here in Lebanon specifically. What I want to get into next is I want to talk about the luxury market specifically in Lebanon as well, because I think it's an interesting, it's kind of this offshoot. We're starting to see more homes being built in this $750,000 and over market. So I'm going to give you a quick, if this isn't your market or you're not interested in this at all, that's fine. You can tune out at this point, but I'd like to talk a little bit about this market because it is so interesting. Of the homes listed $750,000 or over. The average list is $922,924, which is pretty dramatic when you're just talking about over $750,000. Obviously, we're going to see fewer listings. Here we have 19 listings in Lebanon, but you see this has been increasing steadily since January of 2019. We've had a steady increase. We had this big spike here in March this past year. It's dropped down a little bit more here in April, but we are increasing our luxury listings here in Lebanon. Homes for sale, once again, we're on that 1 month lag, so we have 51 that have been listed for over $750,000. Pending sales, these are ones that are under contract. Currently, we have at 17 pending. Closed sales, this means those are how many that actually sold last month, and we have 11. So that's pretty standard as far as like what we're seeing as far as the actual homes for sale versus how many are closed, right? We are seeing an increase here. This is saying 120% month over month, which is insane. So obviously it's been moving up. Days on market, this is interesting. Our average days on market here for luxury homes, it's 45 days. You're gonna see that when the homes start getting more expensive, obviously there's fewer buyers for these homes, so you're gonna see them on the market. What that also means a lot of times there's room for negotiation in these homes. So if you're in the luxury market and you're looking to get into something over $750,000, now is actually a great time to buy because those homes are staying on the market for so long. A lot of people are thinking, oh, in this hot market, my home should be selling in 5 days, because that's what the media has been telling them, right? So even people who are in the luxury market who are selling their homes think, my home should be selling within a week. And then when their home sits for longer than a week, they start going, I'll drop the price, or I'm willing to negotiate, or I'll remodel the kitchen, or whatever this looks like. And you have a little bit more room to negotiate when the home sits for a little bit longer. So we do have a little bit more of a supply. It looks like we have about a 5-month supply here, which once again, great to have that month supply. That usually has a tendency to drive prices a little bit. Price per square foot for homes that are over $750,000, the average here is $277 a square foot. And obviously that's going to mimic kind of our sales price as well. If you want to see the median here, obviously it's going to be a little bit lower. We're at $238, but on average, $277. And then we sold $10 million worth of homes over $750,000 in Lebanon in April, which is great. So that's going to be the market review for Lebanon, both the regular market and the luxury market review. Once again, my name's Darrick. I'm from Remax Homes and Estates Lipman Group here in the Nashville area. And if you're looking to ever have an equity report done on your home, have somebody come out, tell you what your home's worth, I'd love to do that. If I do it for free, I'd love to do it. Just hit me up. All my contact information is in the comments below, and I'd love to do that for you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.